Already know what time it is. Let me drop that in there. Boom. Yeah. We talking about the little line lawyer for Carmelo Anthony. Didn't even fight for him. Didn't even hadn't even intended to fight with him. For him. Hadn't even intended. Him and the prosecutor probably was drinking martinis at lunchtime and shit like that. You don't know what's going on. You see, you don't know what's going on, but he didn't fight for him, man. People just saying that he didn't even call no character witnesses for Carmelo Anthony. He didn't bring up the damn video. He didn't fight for the fact that the jury was all white. He didn't fight to have the damn trial move somewhere where the boy could get a fair trial. Didn't do shit. Didn't do nothing. I mean, goddamn, you lost. You lost bad. You see? He rests his case. Goddamn, man, you don't rest no damn case. You dig in. You dig in, goddamn it. And you know what I'm saying? You call these people to task. They ain't nothing but racists. They ain't nothing but racists. So, so they already got their mind made up, and he already knew the fix was in. He already knew the fix was in because he in on the fix. He in on the fix. When it come time and they play that race card, all soldiers must go to their own side. That's just what it is. When they play that race card, all soldiers must go to their own side. Understand that. So if you, and listen, the family was under the duress. You see, they was going through a lot, fighting and dealing with these Neanderthals, calling it. So you already know they was under hella pressure. You know what I'm saying? But where was the black lawyers that they should have been reaching out to them, giving them some advice just for GP. This is a major situation here. You could give them some general information on where they should go with this, and how they should deal with it, and so that they don't go astray, and that they don't make unnecessary mistakes. And I already knew when you trying to fight against the race car, and you trying to fight the devil, you can't go get the devil. You can't go get Beelzebub to fight Lucifer. You see, you can't go get Beelzebub to fight Lucifer. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to go get the black gods and goddesses to go to war with that demon, especially when they really, they really showing their demonic energy. You know what I'm saying? They really out, they coming out their shell with all this demonic energy. So most definitely you got to go in there with that, you got to go in there with all the weaponry, the spiritual and mental, intellectual weaponry to win. It's a battle. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle, and either you gonna win it or you gonna goddamn lose it. But seeing what has happened, that a lot of people should know that, again, number one, when you are in a situation and the race card is being played, do not get a white lawyer. Don't do it. Don't motherfucking do it. See, even OJ, when he was in his case, he had Johnny. He had some white boys on his team, but he had Johnny running things. You feel what I'm saying? He had Johnny Cochran running things. So he had that overseer. You see? He had that overseer. Keep their ass in check. He'll know when they trying to go left. Johnny will tighten their ass up. See, now if you got your man, now you got some you got some lawyers and shit, they might be white, and they specialize in a certain field, you understand what I'm saying? But you still got to have that overseer. And Johnny Cochran was the overseer on their ass. He would know when they going left. You feel what I'm saying? He'll know when they going left. But you can't walk in there with no straight Neanderthals, you know. And he ain't called no character witnesses for the boy, even though, because he know. You got to ask yourself, the shit that we saying is almost obvious. It's almost obvious. The major points is glaring, obvious. You know what I'm saying? Move the trial. They got it in for this boy in Collins County. They got it in. Get out of there. Get out of Collins County. Period. God damn it, if you move it somewhere where you can get some somebody that look like you. You understand what I'm saying? Because I already know. Get out of Collins County. Do what you got to do. He can't get a fair trial. Okay? Can't get a goddamn fair trial. Number two, but the number one is going, to take care of the number two, which is you ended up with an all MAGA jury. An all MAGA jury. And people keep saying you got to be impartial. Saying that the black people couldn't. No, the white people couldn't be impartial. They just got enough sense to keep their fucking mouth closed. You see, they're going to say everything that they need to say to get their ass on the stand. Now, either them black people, either they lied, that they all that shit is set up. Call it, they got them some good old boys. Hold just a second, fam. That's right, family. So that's them the claim. Move the trial. Move the trial. Number two, you see, should take care of that all MAGA jury that they had up there. And see, you got to have private investigators. Because you got to look into Jeff Metcalf. You got to get valuable information that peoples is not bringing to light. So you got to shine that spotlight on their ass. You got to get into their history, who they are, what they've been doing. You see, Jeff Metcalf, then he already starting to spew his racism. So that just show you that's the same. His children no different than him. And that's probably the same energy is why he in the predicament he in. You see what I'm saying? And get that file and start putting that file together. Get that video. For it miraculously, that's evidence. He should have a fucking copy of that. Why he didn't, that's evidence. Why wasn't that played? Why wasn't that played? And we want to know that. You see? We want to know why it wasn't played. And he the lawyer, and he got access to it. And even if the prosecutor didn't play it, he should have played it. Okay? He should have played it. And which he did not do. Which he did not. And so that's just unforgivable mistakes. That's unforgivable mistakes. If the process, if it, because too many people said they saw it. Too many people said they saw it. Why hasn't that video been released to the public? We want to know that. And I would like to hear, because he's filing for an appeal. So, I mean, we should be knowing who his lawyer is soon. I heard somebody said they gave him a court-appointed lawyer. Man, I know damn well, but I think they saying Charleston White gave him some money. That's what I'm hearing for his appeal. I'm thinking they said that he gave him $75,000. So I'm quite sure we should be hearing something about a lawyer soon, because they need to get to rolling. It's some critical shit that need to be got to, and so they can't be taking forever to get no goddamn lawyer. They need to be rolling, because it should, I understand that money thing, and I know that money thing be, but now that they got a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? They should have anticipated. I know they should have anticipated that he would be found guilty. And if he was found guilty, should already, but we have to look at the mistakes that was made. And one mistake was having that damn white lawyer. That was it. That was one of the biggest damn mistakes. And maybe they thought that they could get and I want to know who the black guy was, who was their PR. Who the hell was he? You know what I'm saying? What was he there for? Did he suggest that lawyer? Did he do that? I don't know if he did or not. You see? But he didn't, whatever it was, the whole setup was garbage. And so we are looking for a strong appeal coming up for Karmelo Anthony. And I believe, I know it, that he gonna win this time. You see, I believe because they done fucked up with all these lies. I appreciate y'all, family. I see y'all soon. Click that link, get over to Patreon, and support the general, and I'll be right black. Black power.